forward, 6'11", number 2, Danny Wolf. Guard, 6'3", number 24, Thomas. At center, 6'11", number 33, Nicholas Clifton. At forward, 6'10", number 17, Michael Porter Jr. At guard, 6'4", number 1, Nb.
And we talked about experimenting with lineups early on, DB. What are some examples of that?
Well, you can have two extremes, right, in the modern NBA. Most teams need some sort of small ball lineup that they finish with, but we are also increasingly starting to see teams play with multiple bigs on the floor. You have to be able to have multiple tools in your toolbox.
You know, one thing about MP, he is used to pressure situations. Not long ago, he was leading his team to a European title with a win over a very stacked Istanbul team.
To get experience like that, playing in a championship against other professionals, that's something that few rookies get to enter the league with. Anthony is very prepared for the pressure that will come at him in the NBA because of it.
A look at Atlanta's opening lineup. The small and power forwards are Reza Shea and Johnson. The backcourt guards are Young and Daniels. And it's Okongwu in at the 5 spot. Now let's check in with Allie and see what she has for us on MP. Allie, take it away.
We have a bit of a lineup change tonight. MP is stepping into the starting 5 in a move that many fans have been hoping for. Coach told me, quote, MP's earned it. He put in the time and he's done things the right way. He's looked like a starter for a while now. It's quite the journey for the rising star from Vermont.
You're right. Seems his moment has arrived. Thank you for the report. And now we're being joined by our 2K insider, Shams Charania, who's calling in with a good story. Shams, what do you have?
Well, the Atlanta Hawks this summer, adding free agents Nickeil Alexander-Walker and Luke Kennard, this team is now possessing a stacked wing rotation. And with this infusion of playmaking and shooting, guys, they could be pretty tough to deal with now.
Wow, a team to be reckoned with. All right, Johns, we thank you for the report. And we have to mention, Greg, the utter dominance NP has shown recently, right? A huge scoring night for him on insane efficiency. The numbers, you can't even believe what you're reading.
You just don't see stat lines like the one that MP had very often. Kevin, it looked like he had a cheat code on the way. He was making everything from the floor.
Now Daniels following the three-point attempt by MP. Young for 3. Good on the triple. Young's got 7 points.
What a great start. They've only missed one thus far.
Here's Rose. Oh, tried to dunk it home, but threw the foul. It'll go to the line. You know, Greg, you could argue the Nets kind of overachieved last season under first-year head coach Jordi Fernandez.
Yeah, only the 6th worst record last season. The defense was halfway decent, but they understand some patience is required in a rebuild.
And going back a bit, the Nets regaining a lot of their draft picks, Doris, from the Rockets. One of the more interesting trades that we've seen.
Well, they gave away a ton of those picks to acquire James Harden when they believed they had a championship window. And now in recovering them, Brooklyn able to benefit from the draft to try to position themselves for that all-important rebuild.
Now, here's MP. After the miss from Trae Young. Rose, that's good.
Boy, he's heating up fast coming out of the gate. 4 out of 5 from the field.
After Reza Shea. The 3 from Johnson. The shot's good on the assist by Daniels. Daniels has got 3 assists now in this one. And so it's Rose bringing it up for Brooklyn. And this game, the first chance they've had to see Atlanta.
Goodness. MP going deep in the bag with that one.
And Quinn Snyder wants a timeout. Coach is going to talk some things over with the team. Might be seeing something to adjust.
Turn it up, Nets fans, for your Brooklyn Nets.
And the Hawks with a completely new group on the floor. And a whole season still ahead of us. But it's well worth seeing how the updated power rankings shake out. They're still riding with the middle of the pack, but trending upward.
And I think the Nets, they've really come together. You can see the confidence in their body language, playing with that sustained focus. It's why they're leading this division.
A wide open look here for Porzingis. The Hawks again can't hit.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Here's MP and finished off by Rose.
What an incredible game so far for MP. He's showing no signs of slowing down.
There's a screen. Back to Alexander Walker. Inside. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. 6 to shoot. Here's Krejci. No good on the 3. Nets leading by 4. MP looking around. From past the arc. Atlanta with the rebound. This game coming on the heels of their win against Chicago.
And boy, did that game nearly get away from them, but they were a little bit fortunate to have survived at the end of regulation.
Well, perhaps just knowing that they can pull out a close game, the next time they're in that challenge, they can go in with a ton of confidence.
Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying to get back into a game like this.
Ouch, Greg, that is definitely an emphasis jam. A big apostrophe or exclamation point, maybe even a question mark. And they're scoring pretty well as we conclude the first quarter. Nets out in front. They're up by 6. We've got more hoops coming your way. And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for Brooklyn.
And, guys, they've done a great job feeding their bigs inside. They are just punishing the opposition in the paint.
The other thing that's gone exceptionally well for them tonight is the shooting they've displayed from beyond the three-point arc.
This is how the floor looks for the Hawks starting the second quarter. They've got Jalen Johnson, Nickeil Alexander-Walker out there at Porzingis, and Gay is in at the 4-man position. Krejci, it's good, he scores. That's his first basket after missing his first 2 attempts. Now 1 for 3.
I'll tell you, an underrated thing right there. How effective that screen was. It just creates a lane to the cup.
Now Alexander Walker is a guy, Doris, that comes in and does a little bit of everything.
Kevin, you are so right. He can defend at a high level. He's increased his shot making and his playmaking ability. He is a huge part of his team's success.
To the middle. There's Porzingis. Porzingis is doubled. Here's Gay. Off target from 3-point range. Nets leading by 9. Left side Rose. And again, Brooklyn with the triple.
The floor spacing ability on display by MP right there.
And we're now about a minute and a half into the second quarter. And Quinn Snyder wants a timeout. Coach is going to take a few minutes to regroup and go over the strategy. Porter's checked in for the Nets. And a change for the Hawks. Young's checked in. Takes the 3. Rebounded by the Nets. Coming into this having notched a win against the Rockets in their last game.
Yeah, they were able to maintain focus in a hostile environment, and that led to taking shots that made sense.
Well, I'm sure they're still enjoying that one. You love going into a tough building, tough place to play, and shooting the lights out. Nothing like silencing the crowd.
Pass to Young to stop the run. And the rejection by MP. MP driving, and MP throws it down.
Excellent read by MP there. Just takes advantage of the opening.
Doris, you talk about the great scores. It's not enough to be elite one-on-one. You've got to be able to handle the double team, too. I mean, there's a lot there.
On a nightly basis, Kevin, these are the best defenses in the world, scheming to take away the greatest strengths of the best individual offensive players. And you know what? Nightly, it's not enough. The great ones find a way no matter what.
Doris, you mentioned that you value the way Porzingis is able to neutralize shot blockers.
There is value to a big who can step away into the three-point line and stretch your defense to a place you are uncomfortable with. And then on the other end of the floor, this guy provides elite rim protection and rebounding. You have to respect the two-way ability of Kristaps Porzingis.
Porzingis sets the pick for Young. Outside, Porzingis.
Second quarter.
Back to Young. Just 5 on the clock. Riza with it. Orders there. And it's Riza missing. And now let's send it over to our courtside reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thank you, Kevin. The Hawks are trying to involve everyone to take some of the load off Trae Young. Coach Quinn Snyder said, "We've been intentional about that. Trae can't do this by himself, and he knows that. Frankly, no player can. Figuring out the ways he can be efficient has been the idea, and he's been making those plays." Kevin, back to you.
Okay, Allie, thanks. Nets leading by 18. Fires for 3. Good on the three-point shot. MP's got 38 points.
It just seems like the more he touches it, the more the lead grows.
Hawks have gone just 2 of 8 shooting here in the second quarter. And Quinn Snyder wants a timeout. He's going to take a few moments here to check in with his team and regroup. Checked in for Jalen Johnson. Now at the break on the floor, you can see the teams that led the NBA in steals last year. The Hawks second.
You can tell by watching them how much they enjoyed playing defense. They seem to have an endless reserve of energy flying around and pressuring the basketball.
Outside, Porzingis. Pass to Young. Riza sets the screen for Young. Atlanta again missing.
That's a breakdown defensively right there, folks. He just could not make them pay.
Rose, that's good. Rose has got 40 points.
Boy, his offensive game has changed the tenor of this basketball game.
And Daniels, here we go. Count it.
And Kevin, they started the game shooting it so well. I'm surprised they haven't continued. They've got to get back to their strength.
MP outside. And he's good on the 3-ball. Rose has got 43 points.
And started hot, and he's only gotten hotter.
Young with the ball. Rose with the block. So as we conclude the first half, so far it's fairly one-sided. It's the Nets delivering the blowout. 2K Sports back in a moment here in Brooklyn.
Fans, please direct your attention to the second quarter. And get ready for the fan.
He could be more confident, really leading the way, looking to attack every time he gets the basketball.
Plus, you love the way MP can read the defense and find a weakness. And moving on to some awards, these are the 2 players of the week in their respective conferences. In the East, MP.
Not shocking to see him take home.
And that about wraps it up. And as the third quarter is about to begin, we go to Kevin.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. You look at MP in this one, he's been everywhere.
In that first half, he was a hot knife, and the defense was butter. Sliced right through them.
His penetration was a real problem for them. And then, of course, the monster finishes at the cup.
Thomas on the wing. He's joined by Porter. Then there's Nicholas Claxton. And it's Rose, and it's Wolf in power forward. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. A three from MP. Trains the three-pointer. Rose has got 46 points.
Yeah, the D with very little pressure on their perimeter shooters. 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been from beyond.
Young with no one around. Offline from the high post. Brooklyn with the ball. They lead by the biggest margin of the game, 25. They host the 76ers after this game. And that will be the middle game of this 3-game homestand.
The defense a step slow, and you can see the result.
Out to the right wing. Pass to Johnson. Good ball movement here by the Hawks. Young drives in. Basket counts. Young's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And on the drive, Young can be so sudden. The defense barely gets a chance to react.
It seems to be an overlooked part of Trae Young's game, but he's led the NBA in total assists a few times.
No doubt. You initially think about Trae shooting, scoring, but he also runs the offense really well and wants to facilitate.
Unloads. It's hauled in by Claxton. Claxton's got 6 rebounds now in the game. In the corner, it's MP. Fires from deep. Good! Another from 3. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable.
Outside Daniel. Young against MP. The 3. Young, no good.
One made 3 for him for the game. Does he focus closer in? Let's see.
It's good.
And everything is dropping for them. Terrific second half run.
And I think it's been all about their offensive efficiency, shooting the lights out in this quarter.
Okongwu with a screen on Porter. Good group substitution here for Brooklyn.
Team foul. Substitutions on the court.
Well, we're into the third quarter, just over 2.5 minutes played. Johnson sets the screen for Rizachet. The Hawks again can't hit. And here are the Nets. They've got a 13-2 run going. Here's Rose, and finished off by Rose.
Yeah, they're rolling right now. That lead continues to grow.
And one of the things that's helped that is they're getting it done on both ends. Terrific focus on offense, and they're locked in defensively.
Back to Young. Okongwu with a screen on Rose. Young's shot is off. Brooklyn with the ball. Some momentum with the 15-2 run underway. In GA, the Hawk, good. He hits again.
And his tear continues. Another 60-point game. I've never seen anything like this.
And now has the record for the most 60-plus point games in a row. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
The Hawks again can't hit.
Well, trying to reply to the 3 on the other end just doesn't go down for him.
Another one goes. Incredible.
And he's been dominant here thus far.
Shouldering the offense, GA really taking it to the opposition. And he's going up for the alley-oop. And Okongwu slams it in.
What a play by Young. Out of that pick and roll, does a great job with his decision-making.
Here's MP. It's good.
They're doing a really good job of getting the ball inside and attacking the paint. That's an area they have completely dominated.
Nice move. The basket counts and 1. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it a 3-point play.
And all physical, he's smaller, young, willing to battle inside, and shows you he can score through contact.
Powell, he's checked in for Brooklyn.
What's up?
And in a little over a decade, the Nets, GA, having to rebuild from the ashes of 2 super team iterations.
The short time span between shows how quickly they can turn things around. And with a treasure trove of picks in the coming years, they look to climb that mountain once again. And so many teams now look to establish the perimeter to set up everything else.
No doubt it's a growing trend, Greg, and he is highly accurate tonight.
Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
Their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
And guys, boy, when you're hitting, it sure does work. It obviously opens up major options at the offensive end.
And so it's MP making things happen for Brooklyn. A sensational... And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with his feet. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Well, that's what a great pass will do, right? You love the unselfish play.
Connects again from distance.
Another three. I'm not sure I've seen a better three-point shooting night.
They just keep pouring in. This is a top 5 all-time single game for three-point shots made. To the inside. Gay. And he goes up strong with one hand and flushes it down.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish. Here's MP, and he makes that one.
This guy has been a key to their success tonight. He's been selective and efficient.
The Hawk shooting has been wayward so far, only 37% from the floor. They set the pick. Here's Alexander Walker in Atlanta again with the bucket.
Yeah, surprised he doesn't have more shot attempts. He's been accurate. You'd think he'd want to take control now with them behind.
Here's Rose, and Rose throws it down hard.
Boy, the explosive finish at the cup by MP. He might have surprised himself, folks.
Let's see the connected cam angle on that stunning play, brought to you by AT&T. Fourth quarter now. We're about a minute and a half in. Porzingis feeling it out a bit. Here's Gay, and he banks in the layup.
Well, what you love about Kristaps Porzingis at 7'3", he can see over any defender, and he's a terrific passer, guys.
Here's MP, and got it! Another basket, and there's 80 points.
Wow. Just wow. This guy right now on another level.
Here's Krejci, pass to Porzingis. Here's Gay, and the three off target.
If he's got that much space, he's got the green light. He just doesn't make it.
And taken away by Johnson. Pass break here. Here come the Hawks. Good on the bucket.
A strong finish there from Johnson. Didn't let the contact throw him off.
For Brooklyn, they've gone a perfect 4 of 4 to start the final quarter. Can't ask for anything more than that. MP inside. Pass to Clowney. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. 4 on the clock. And another one falls.
Unreal. He's got the 4th most points ever in an NBA game. This man is on another planet.
I mean, what can you say? One of the all-time individual games in NBA history. Krejci, a rebound by the Nets.
Oh, rising up from the mid-range, but doesn't exactly look confident about it.
Here's Rose. Porzingis with the block.
Oh, that is a big-time block from KP. How about that rim protection?
Nets have gone 5 of 6 from the field to start the fourth quarter on a roll.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout
big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for the Nets.
They simply ran him off the court.
They set the pace, and their transition game was executed flawlessly.
And it'll mark their 4th win on the year, actually their 5th win on the year.
They can chalk this one up, but these two teams will see plenty more of one another before the season's over.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for MP.
So highly effective on the offensive end. At times, this guy just scoring at will.
Fires the 3, and again for 3.
It has been raining threes for him tonight, alone at 4th in the all-time single-game triples list.
Guys, he cannot miss. They have to keep feeding him, right? How many more can he hit? Let's keep counting. Here's Krejci. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back.
And guys getting into a nice groove here, starting to feel it.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling three-point opportunities.
MP, that's for 2. Another one falls for Brooklyn.
Making every effort to put this game on ice.
Well, just terrific teamwork. Each guy doing his part. You love what you're seeing from them tonight.
Basket good.
Well, this is what they needed earlier on. At some point, it's too little, too late.
Yeah, but then again, this run came against a team that may have felt, you've got to be kidding.
And guys, that's not as easy as he made it look. You've got to have some skills to pull that off.
Well, he's got plenty of those, that's for sure. And so it's Brooklyn easily grabbing this one. And the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
And boy, they really put in a supreme effort. It just felt like once they had that lead and it was comfortable, they were not going to relinquish it.
Let's now go courtside and join Jennifer Quintana.
80 points. Only 2 people in the...
I feel pretty incredible.
Kevin, back to you.
All right, Jennifer, thanks so much. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. So for...